This is the Female Founder Show with host and entrepreneur Bridget Fitzpatrick, exclusively on ASBN.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Female Founder Show. Today's guest is someone who has inspired thousands of women to rethink what's possible, not just when it comes to their health, but also when it comes to building a life and business they truly love. I'm talking about Liz Hilliard, fitness guru, owner and creator of Hilliard Studio Method, and author of Be Powerful, Find Your Strength at Any Age. What I love most about Liz's story is that she didn't build this business in her 20s. She launched Hilliard Studio Method in her 50s, proving that it's never too late to start something meaningful. Since then, she's grown her company into a thriving brand, become a best-selling author, speaker, and advocate for helping women embrace their strength at every stage of life. Her message, Be Powerful, has inspired women both inside and outside the studio, reminding us that being powerful isn't just about physical strength. It's about confidence, resilience, authenticity, and having the courage to show up as your true self. Today, we're talking about her entrepreneurial journey, how she built her confidence, what it really means to build an authentic brand, why women need to stop hiding behind their businesses, and the lessons she's learned along the way. Liz, I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for that kind introduction. I'm very pleased to be on this show with you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Well deserved for sure. You have accomplished so much. And I would love to start at the beginning, even before Hilliard Studio Method. What were you doing professionally, and what was happening in your life that ultimately led you to start the business?
Right. Well, it's an interesting story that led up to, I went to Toronto, Canada, and lived for about 3 months and became a Pilates instructor. And back then, very few people were doing the things that everybody does these days, which is the reformer and all that. It was a pretty cool thing. And I lived there, and I was married at the point. And I came back, and I've always been a bit of an entrepreneurial person. Whatever businesses I was in, I was actually a fashion model way back when, like 100 years ago. And I was always, sort of doing my own thing. But this, Pilates turned me on. But as I got into my 50s, I realized that, it's a great workout. But what was missing was my body was changing. And not only that, but if you are midlife, perimenopausal, menopausal, you feel a little bit foggy. You feel a little bit less of yourself, and you start to feel diminished in some ways. And I wasn't going to have it. I simply wasn't going to have it. So I did my research. I did all the things I knew to do, to ask the right people, to do the different types of disciplines. And I learned that strength training was the key to really, truly longevity. I've learned more and more through the last 18 years. I started when I was 53. I guess I was 53. I'm 72 now. And I realized then the difference that adding the resistance training, the strength training to my Pilates workout made, and I didn't know what to call it. Yeah. So I thought, well, I'm in my studio and it's my method. So I called it Hilliard Studio Method. And,
I love it.
And I started with just a few people, and they said, get out of here, get a bigger group. And I did not want to do group training because I'm very one-on-one. I want to know people. I want to bring out the best in them. But so I found a way to really find a group training situation where my trainers now, I've got several trainers that I only work maybe once a week teaching a class, but my trainers find a way to have sort of a personal touch with our clients. And it's a very strenuous workout, but it's fun. And I will have to say, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. I've said that all my life. And I think that is a key to the success, and it's a key to the longevity, not only of ourselves, but of this business, honestly.
Absolutely. And they say you don't work a day in your life if you're having fun or you're really enjoying and loving what you do. And I love that you're doing that, and that really is your message along the way. Let's talk about, you launched Hilliard Studio Method in your 50s, like you said, when many people are thinking about slowing down. Looking back, what did you think, what do you think age gave you as an entrepreneur that actually became an advantage?
Age has always given me a leg up. age, we underestimate how much we've already learned. And I wasn't, people talk about reinventing yourself, doing all these things and trying something later in life. I say we've got our bag of tricks. They're inside of us. They're not tricks, they're who we are. Our authenticity, our brand is already us. Our backstory is our brand. And not being afraid. I mean, I think as we age, or at least if we're not doing this, we need to start realizing we are valuable people. We have great value no matter what it is, whether you're baking cookies or doing exercise or, doing anything that you want to do. You have a reservoir of strength. This is not reinvention. This is being smart. It was almost easy. And it wasn't easy, of course, because this was a difficult challenge. But the ease of it was I had less baggage. I wasn't worried as much about, well, what if I fail? Well, of course I failed. I failed a billion times. Like, to get to where I was, I had to fail. And those are the great lessons that you get to have at mid-age or at older age. And matter of fact, like I said, I'm in my 70s now, and I'm starting a brand new business right now.
Oh, good
and
for
I'm
you.
so pumped up about it. And I'm very much I always call it working from your edge, working from that uncomfortable zone. And I am in the midst of it. And, I love that. It's a love that you have, that sort of feel that, wow, I'm doing something that I could fall flat on, but you won't, because you won't. Because even if you fail, small failures, you see the big picture when you get a little older, and you're not as worried about failing.
Right. Right. I love every message that you're giving here. To really, I think it's a message that can be for any age. They could, for people in their 20s, they should really be listening to you now, because every failure is a lesson or an education, and I think that's what you're saying here, but also to try to enjoy what you're doing. Don't stress, don't sweat the small stuff too much, and all great messages. But let's fast forward a minute to now. Hilliard Studio Method has grown into far more than a local fitness studio. For those who may not be familiar with everything that you're doing today, can you talk to us about the Hilliard Studio Method and how you're helping people every day?
Yes, thank you so much. Because I love my business so much, and it is really me. My brand is me. I started out with my daughter, who's no longer in the business. She has babies now, and now they're growing, and but I started out because I wanted to do something that was community and family oriented. Yeah. So I thought, I don't want to be a brick and mortar, go all over the United States or all over anywhere. So I'm only brick and mortar really in North Carolina with 2 different studios. And I may or may not do more of that, but I am in all 50 states and 60 countries. And we do a really viable, strong workout online. And it's for everybody. And I always get these kicks out of people like from Thailand or somebody messaging me. And I just got back from Spain for 3 weeks. And I don't know what it is about the Spanish people, but I love them, and they love my workouts.
So that's great.
I worked out over there, and it's sort of the beauty of the internet is that we can form communities that way. And if you come to, we call Hilliard Studio Method in Charlotte, North Carolina, our mothership. So if you come to the mothership, we're going to give you big hugs. But even if you're doing it wherever you are in London or anywhere you're doing it, we know our people, and a lot of them know us, and we feel like we're a strong community. And the empowerment that I'm trying to do with this workout is more than just this physical fitness, because physical and mental fitness are the same thing to me. They're not even separate. There are the new research, or not even new research, but it keeps getting more and more, we know more and more about how much the brain is just incredibly, the brain is more important for resulting from workout than is our physical body. I mean, I always like to say, my brain gets the real benefit, but you get the smoking hot body if you work out too, right?
I love it.
You get to be smarter, and your body feels better, and you're healthier. So that's why I love being in fitness. My natural go-to is movement. So when we're going through tough times, and we all do, nobody gets out of this alive without going through some really, really tough times. Our tendency is to get smaller and to stop. And the reason I have this book, and I have a new book coming out too, and it's about owning your power. Nice. Just get up and move your body on your worst day, when the things that you thought could never happen to you have happened to you. Move, stand up, walk, get out of your space. Your body feels and does. Your body talks to your brain. Don't let your brain talk to your body. Your body will show your brain where to go. Like, let's get these dark thoughts out. They're dark, let's know they're there, but where can we find this insight? And your body can help you by moving.
That is so true. You're so inspiring. I actually read recently that your quad muscles are a direct link to your brain somehow. I can't remember the rest of it, but you probably know about that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, think about your quadriceps. Yeah. They're the front of your leg muscles. They're ginormous. Okay. First of all, they're big muscles. You always want to have all of your muscles are direct links to your brain. Yeah. We've got a lot of value in every part of our body, but our legs are very important. The stability of holding our body up, the core centric part of our abdominal wall, the back. It's not to be underestimated. And I have done I talk to people constantly, and I'm constantly talking to new people. They're doing research in neuroscience and things like that. And I think we're kind of unstoppable if we can continue to move our bodies. I think we really are. And I mean, people that are already infirm, that maybe already have Alzheimer's disease, or already have dementia, or already have some other type of disease, a physical disease. Yeah. The movement of the body is medicine, and moving purposely and moving smartly is what you need. I mean, I think that is the new horizon of where our medical staff and our doctors are going. Yeah. You hear it online and stuff. So yeah. I'm just glad to be in this area and on this planet for this long of the time, and get to live and breathe and go, wow, I never thought I'd be to 72, but I not only feel like I did when I didn't feel this good when I was 40. I wasn't in this good a shape.
And you look like you're 40, so.
Oh, yeah.
Or younger.
You're really sweet to say that, and thank you. And I take those compliments, and we all should.
And a lot of, it's not just physical, but your attitude too. You are proof that what you said, that anything is possible, and we're so much more powerful than we really think we are.
We absolutely are. And when we think we have 3 or 4 ideas, just know there's about 28,000 other ones. And I mean, we are capable. The minute we get into that box, because I'm in one, I get them every single day. I go, whoa, what am I going to do with this obstacle? There are about 20 other things I can do with that obstacle. And sometimes you just literally have to get up and pace.
Yeah.
And I go for the walk like we all do.
Yeah.
Our brains are such amazing, resilient, elastic, able to change at any age, as is your body. Yeah. Then you research your muscles can grow, your bone density can grow even into your 80s and 90s with resistance training.
I love it.
Big deal.
Yeah. And speaking of our brains changing, I read that confidence wasn't always something that came naturally to you. And that's hard to believe, because you project just so much confidence today. How did you build that confidence over the years? And what advice would you give to women that are still struggling with that?
You know what? Thank you. Because I was very not confident. I was very insecure about everything. What I would do is resist believing it. I internalized as a young child that I was very stupid. And I was told that, I was the stupidest. Well, what I learned from that, now I could have learned to be a bully. I could have learned to treat people badly. Take what people whatever you're feeling not confident about, and find the gold there. There is gold in that fear and that hurt and that scaredness. And where I came out and brightened my light was in the empathy that I wanted someone to give me. I needed someone to say to me at 8 years old, you're not stupid, or you're not great at this, but hey, look how great you are at that, or you are just who you are. And just by breathing, you are an incredible human being. To have breath in our lungs, we are blessed. And for us to find that, and you know, sometimes it's hard to find it. And I have a little exercise I do every morning. I wake up, and no matter what's going on, I find ways to be grateful. And I don't want it to sound cliche, like, oh, I have these 3 things, but I want you to just think, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful I have air in my lungs. I'm lying in a bed. Maybe I'm not even lying in a bed. Maybe I've lost my house. I am grateful that I am alive. And if you are breathing, you can move, you are going to step forward. Every small little step you make is every small little positive thought you have will bring you out of that. I'm not good enough. I'm not great enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not all those enoughs. You're more than enough. You're powerful. You're here, and you're breathing. Let's go. Honestly.
I love it. I love it. Everything you're saying is resonating with me. I too wasn't treated as if I were smart or I belonged growing up. So I kind of went through the same things. I wake up and I try to be grateful. Even I have a really pretty chandelier in my bedroom. So I for some reason I go there because it's the first thing I see. I'm grateful that I get to look at this beautiful chandelier in my bedroom right now. You know, I'm grateful that I have 2 legs to get out of bed with and all of that. So everything you're saying is completely resonating with me. So I know it is with many that are watching. So thank you for sharing that story with us. I really appreciate that.
I'm so glad. And I've actually got the second book that's going to be out in about 3 or 4 months is really about this.
Oh, good.
It's literally about this. My other book was called Be Powerful. And this one is not going to be called this. I can't cuss on the air, can I? No.
Oh, you can say whatever you want. That we're not on cable or anything.
Really, I was just going to call the second one Be Scared Shitless and
there
Do
you
It
go.
Anyway. And, because it's really more after I wrote my first book, Be Powerful, Find Your Strength in Any Age, I literally blew my life up, literally. And it was sort of a catalyst to that. So our words are powerful, and sometimes they will come and they will kick our own bottoms. They'll push us into the next gear. Yeah. And so when I wrote that book, Be Powerful, Be Authentic, literally my higher self said, hold my beer. Let's see what you can do. I did it. And
I love it. Yeah, our words can either kick our ass or they can build us up. So, I hear what you're saying.
Or both both at the same time.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Another thing that I admire about you is you really show up authentically in everything that you do, your social media, your brand, your teachings, everything. So I would love to talk about the importance of that and how that's added to your success, and were there moments where staying true to yourself felt a little bit difficult?
No, first of all, remember I had no confidence. And so in order to become Liz, my Liz, I had to be myself, and I had to be empathetic and compassionate to others. And what I learned from that was that I had a gift, that I could create a space for people to feel empowered, because I had felt disempowerment. And disempowerment has nothing to do with losing power. It just has everything with doing your power is diminished. So, I've already forgotten your question, but it is basically...
talk about how authentic you are with everything that you do.
I can't not be. It's too embarrassing to not be authentic. Oh, it's super embarrassing sometimes to be authentic too, right? I mean, but I can't do that because there's enough of that in the world. Really? And what we need are people to not only be okay with themselves, but to celebrate themselves and all their, warts and beauty and ugliness and all the things. So I'm not perfect. I'm not even close. But what I am is I'm trying every day. And I would like to look at people in the eye and see that they're trying too. And so authenticity is simply being vulnerable, but having a straight back and an open heart.
Yeah.
Literally, strength with an openness of love. And I can't even pretend to not be that. It's just,
That's so great.
I don't have any respect for those that do. As a matter of fact, when I run into someone that I feel like is doing that, I'm going to go way in deep with them.
Yeah, like, why are you this way?
And I'm going to open them up because I know they're in there and I already love them for it.
Yeah,
and they're just scared. You're just scared. Fear keeps us from being ourselves.
That's right. Afraid of being judged, afraid of failure, afraid of all the things, afraid of not feeling like you belong. It's a struggle. It is for a lot of people. So your message is helping a lot right now. So we really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I don't love it when people don't like me either.
Yeah.
But I have to know it. I mean, I just have to go, yeah, well, that's uncomfortable.
Something wrong with those people.
Yeah. But yeah, that is a gift of age. And you said something a while ago. You said something would be great for 20-year-olds. I wish someone had told me these things when I was 20 years old.
Me too.
When I was 30 years old, even. That
Me too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You're good to go. Own it. Own what your passion is. Yeah. Oh, but my parents want me to be a doctor. I really want to be an artist. Own it.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do, but own it, because your passion is your path to joy, and your path to joy is your path to success.
Yeah.
And it always will be.
It will be. And for the younger generation today, when we were growing up, we didn't have all of the education right at our fingertips with the scroll of a Instagram or whatever. It seems like there's so information available to the younger generations now that hopefully they are getting the message and they will get it a little bit earlier than we did.
Hopefully. And I hope that they're not too, because I do, I'm somewhat, thanks for you saying us, our generation. You're way below me on the generation, but I hope that they'll get the message that all that is not so true either.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing I'm so glad that I did not come up in this age as a child, is the comparisons and how hard that is. Because even at my age, and I go on Instagram, and I'm very active on Instagram and all those social media, because there's a value to all of that. It is where we can really explore. But there's also a place there where you can compare yourselves and look less than, because people generally don't put themselves online unless they look great.
Perfect. Right. Exactly.
So, just remember that and look for the authenticity. You can smell it.
Yeah.
You can smell authenticity on a screen.
You can.
And I mean, I can look at your smile, and you're just beautiful and authentic. And I'm just like, oh, this feels so good talking to somebody like you.
Good. Well, I really appreciate all the time you've given us. And I would love to talk about your book, Be Powerful, before we do go. What's some of the takeaways that you want your readers to get out of the book? Right.
Well, to start where you are. Whatever, and be powerful is not about be powerful, right?
Yeah.
It can be, but it's about owning your space wherever you are, whatever circumstance you're in, and acknowledging it. What I want them to get out of my book, and especially my new book that'll be out, is to be accountable to where you are, okay? We don't need to gloss over, if I don't feel confident, I don't feel confident. Own that. I don't feel confident right now. I feel less than, I feel ugly, I feel stupid, or whatever those feelings you're having. Own them, and then look above them and go, there's more to me than that.
Yeah.
I'm bigger. There's a spirit of me. I literally have in my book, I'm the spirit of Liz made like a whiz. I used to say this when I was 3 years old.
Aww, I love that.
As I ate, so my parents, and jump up and down on their bed. And there's some joy that we have as these children, that they're either tamped down by society or the people we're around, or even by us. We start to believe our own lies, like you're not good enough.
That's right.
Our joy is there. It's in our childlike spirit. It's I call it my whizness. And every time I step out, and I'm getting ready to step out into something super uncomfortable again, my whizness is going to help me get there. And it is not the knowledge I have. It is the knowledge that's in my heart and in my gut and in my soul that I was born with. So we're not trying to become powerful. We're trying to unearth the power that's already in us. And that's what my book is about. It's not about becoming powerful, because we can be power over, and that is fleeting. Power over people, power over things, fleeting power. But power from within, you can't touch it. It is you, and it's golden, and you can do anything you want to.
Well, your wisdom is contagious, because I feel great talking to you. I feel like I can go do anything. So thank you for that. I'm really looking forward to the new book coming out, and all that you've got going on is so great. We really appreciate the time you've given us today and all your fantastic advice. And you really are an inspiration. So thank you for everything.
Oh, thank you so much. I've had such a great time talking with you. It's gone by fast.
It has. I know. I looked at the clock. I'm like, wait.
Here we go. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have you back on. I would love to have you back on and talk about where your next project and your next book is taking you.
Well, I'll be happy to do it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for this time as well.
Thank you, Liz. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
If you're a female founder and would like to help other female founders with your inspiring story, we would love to hear from you.